Right. Uh, Danny, let's talk about spending money. So
Sure.
did you recently get the Ruby debit card from crypto.com?
I have ordered it, but I have yet to receive it.
And Alex got it and he's not here, so he can't show it off. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, I
What,
mean
what do you think?
that card I think that card will be I'll probably use it for like 10 to 15% of my purchases up until I'm able to get the Voyager debit card, and then I'll for sure move probably about 80% of my expenses to the Voyager debit card. And uh,
Why do you think the Voyager debit card is better than the crypto.com debit card?
I think it's better because I want to try to transition completely off of credit cards. And by doing that through Voyager, what Voyager will allow you to do is keep US dollar coin in your account. That is the funding source for their debit card. And so while you keep your money in there waiting for you to make a purchase on the debit card, it's actively earning 8, or actually I think it's now 9%. Uh, so that's something that I am not capitalizing on right now. So if you think about the monthly minimum balance that your bank account has, for me personally, it's probably between 500 and $1,000. That's kind of just sitting there in the bank, gaining 0.2, 0.1%. I don't know how much it is.
Point 0.02.
But if I can move all my expenses over to a debit card where that minimum balance we're talking is just 500 or 1,000, but the average balance over the course of a month will probably be a bit higher than that. And I could earn 9% per year on that money on top of earning cash back on my uh, purchases. I think that's going to be a really powerful thing, especially in the VGX token over time.
Do you want to talk about the loyalty program for Voyager? Just kind of break it down.
Yeah, if anything, if anyone was wondering what Voyager is, it's a crypto broker app where you can buy cryptocurrencies, and for a lot of the cryptocurrencies, you can earn uh, income every month from them if you hold the minimum balance. So for US dollar coin, for example, you have to have at least 100 US dollar coin in the wallet over the course of the month in order to get that 9% per year payment. But their plan over the next, or I guess over the rest of the year, is to be able to support stock trading, cashback on, or yeah, I guess rewards on how much you spend per month buying crypto. They expect to have a debit and credit card released. They have, I guess, bigger plans, we'll say in the 1 year timeline, of being able to support direct deposit, and then being able to portion those direct deposit payments into purchasing different cryptocurrencies. So they're really putting themselves in a position to not only be a place where you can buy and sell stocks and cryptocurrency, but also a place where you can keep your money like you would a bank, but also earn much better annual returns on all your crypto and dollars that you keep there.
Yeah, I think they're transitioning into pretty much the bank of the future, and I think you're going to start seeing more and more banks and adopt that kind of formatting. And I really like their products right now, and excited for the future ones to come. Do you want to break down the loyalty program as far as how much you get, depending on how much token you have?
Sure. So the Voyager loyalty program has 3 levels. You have to hold 500 VGX token, which is currently priced at $4 and about 30 cents each. And once you do that, not only do you get 5% or 7% interest on those VGX tokens every year, but you also get that debit card I was mentioning before for free. And then you get some of the other perks like a 0.5 or 0.25 or 0.5% interest boost on all the coins that earn interest. And so it really kind of accelerates how quickly you can grow your money on that platform. And then it goes up for each individual level, 5,000 for the second level, and I believe 20,000 for the third level. Kind of gives you aspiration or goals to aspire to while you start using the app more and more.
I think it also kind of gives you some targets to save some money because you're technically saving it into the Voyager token, but that those are goals that you can. I think they're definitely hittable in a year to 2 year span, so they're not way too far fetched. And I'm ready to see that whole thing come. And hopefully this summer, right?
Over the next few months, I think we should see stuff slowly rolling out. I think in the next 5 weeks, we should see the loyalty program finally launch. But something we're not even talking about is that the price of the token is expected to go up considerably based off the number of counts that Voyager is bringing on. So there's projections for up to 100 million funded accounts by the end of the year. Or I've seen some people estimate that potentially. But if and when they do reach 100 million funded accounts, 100 million or 1 million? I don't know. I'm forgetting the numbers. Give me an estimate on the number of funded accounts, or do you know the current number of funded accounts?
I can look it up on their podcast right now, and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just listening to Steve not too long ago on there. He was breaking it down, but yeah, let me look at their investor stuff, and I'll give you the.
Okay, but yeah, the token price is $4.30 now, but people are projecting that'll easily grow to about $30 to $60 by the end of the year if Voyager continues to cleanly execute their onboarding strategy.
Right. I think me and you had some different views on how high the token can actually go. Because at the end of the day, it's a rewards program nonetheless. And I don't know how much people are willing to pay for a rewards program in general. So I think I said closer to 10. And you said that I was foolish or bearish if I was.
I'll have to bring up the numbers of it, but
I like foolish.
There's a certain number of funded accounts which isn't out of the question, I believe, for them to hit within the next 1 or 2 years. But if every one of those funded accounts wanted Voyager token, there would only be 200 to go around to each account. And at this point, that's not even enough for the first level. So I have faith in the token and believe in the rewards. I made sure to start buying as fast as I could as soon as I jumped on the Voyager platform in anticipation of those rewards.
So that's interesting because the rewards, let's compare. Are these rewards comparable to, say, like a credit card rewards? The rewards you get by owning that credit card. With a credit card, you pay a couple $100, right? A month. With Voyager,
no, not
you're
a month. A year, depending on right. Depending on what credit card, but yeah, a lot of times when you start getting into charge cards or anything like that, you tend to pay for those rewards, and you're hoping to get more out of the rewards than what you paid for. That's usually for the higher end. The city cards and the American Express cards usually can have higher amounts.
I mean, I think it'll be hard to break down which one, is more worthy than the other, or whatever, which one you get more value out of. But at least with Voyager, yes, you have to pay for the reward program, but you're paying for something that potentially will grow in value. Even if it maybe is up to $10 compared to, I guess, rewards of banks, credit cards, or whatever, where it's just a flat. You pay them the money and hope to get as much out of it.
Yeah, and a lot of times the perks tend to be towards a specific sector, right? So you might do it for eating out or flying or groceries or whatever that is. And I think, and you don't get cash back 100% of the time. And one, you get interest on the money that you're earning on top of the interest that you're getting. So you earn. So I think that this way is a lot better because people are willing to spend that with real live uses instead of having to book a trip or figure out a way to spend that Uber credit or whatever kind of credit it is. This is real cash that you can either transfer it into USD.
So you like the value that you get from your current credit cards, from their reward programs?
Yeah, I use the two. I do the American Express Gold and the American Express Platinum, and one of them I use for travel, and the other one I use for eating out and groceries. And they tend to have other perks on top of just those additional percentage that you get back when you purchase stuff. But with Voyager, you're getting back Voyager token when you purchase stuff. Is that correct, Danny?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then that adds up on top of it. So, so then you get interest built up on that token, and it's money that you can actually convert into actual cash.
Not only that, you get a small interest boost on other coins you're holding when you hit those minimums. I think that's one thing I'm kind of digging.
Right, and that would be like the American Rewards card when your balance hits a certain amount. So I think the first set of goals is if you have 10,000 in your account, on your American Rewards card, you get like a 1% boost on your cashback. But to me, I'd rather have it all across my accounts and all across my coins, because like in the American Express Rewards, you can only pick one category per month.
Okay. Not only that, but at least with just comparing the two, at least with Voyager, you're getting that extra percentage on an asset that you own, versus the credit cards, which you're getting that extra boost on you having to spend money, which saves you money. And I guess in both cases, it's saving you money. That's just breaking down the difference, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to look to see how many funded accounts there currently are. And
Keep
this
looking.
is the wrong. Yeah, this is the wrong one when it comes to the.
I think that feature of direct deposit and your account being held in USDC, where it's gaining, is literally the feature that will probably convince me to switch over. Because besides that, I probably honestly wouldn't. I'd probably still keep my bank here in town. I think there are maybe some conveniences to that, but that feature alone is kind of getting me, kind of convincing me. But I do have a question. See, maybe if you know, Danny.
Yeah.
It gets direct deposit in. It's held in USDC, so they convert it in it. It's converted in, immediately.
Or what their plan would be to allow you to customize what would be purchased automatically based off your direct deposit. So you could say, I want to put 10% into one currency and then 90% into like USDC. And they're talking about having it customizable like that.
Okay. So what would you do? Have you thought of that?
If I was allowed to direct purchase with direct deposit?
Yeah.
I think I would probably, it would depend on what season of crypto we're in. Right now in a bull run, I think it's very valuable to be able to purchase every single day, to be able to catch every small price movement of the coin in order to get the best average. When it's a bear market, I'd say you're probably fine buying every week. And in that case, I would probably use direct deposit to automatically purchase the coins I like instead of setting up a schedule to buy every certain number of days. But yeah, so I think my answer would change a little bit, but I think it would probably mostly go into USDC and customize my purchases after that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
that's. Go ahead, Danny.
I was just going to say the other reason I like Voyager is because it aligned with the investing strategy I wanted to implement with cryptocurrency, which is, as I was just saying earlier, dollar cost averaging into certain coins. I never had an easy way or cheap way to do that prior. And so once I discovered Voyager, I found that you could easily set up daily, weekly, or monthly automatic buys. And then with the Voyager loyalty program, especially now since I'm putting in quite a bit of money every week into cryptocurrency, the loyalty program will give me cash back on my crypto purchases as well. Not only my future debit card purchases once they release the debit card. So just because of the way the app works, it aligned really well with how I expect to be investing in cryptocurrency over the next foreseeable future. We'll call it 4 or 5 years from now, or whenever the next bull run is. And I see this as the perfect platform for me to execute the plan I was already envisioning while crypto was on the rise over the past 6 months.
Okay. So quick back to the token real quick. They have several. What are the levels? 500,
5,000 and 20,000
and 20,000
tokens.
No. Are you both? You're investing in the coin not only to reach those, but to also because the value of the coin you see increasing more than other assets, or are you trying to hit one of those loyalty programs and then probably stop there, you use those perks, and then diversify elsewhere into other assets?
So at this point, I'm already on my way I'm about 30% of the way to reaching the second Voyager loyalty program.
Okay.
And so when I started investing, I guess I just wanted to get to the base level, which is 500, which when I started buying was pretty easy because the token was still about 30 cents. But the reason I expect Voyager token to continue to increase in value is because I know how much value I hold in the token, and I know how many people they're onboarding currently, from people kind of like stranded in the current list of exchanges that exist. None of them really met my needs. So when I found Voyager, it really was a very good fit, and I know how much value it brought to me. So I can only imagine how much value other people will see in the token in order to try to get to that 500 Voyager token level as quickly as they can, or yeah. So,
Okay.
and because of the max number of tokens that exist and the rate that Voyager is growing, I think it's only a matter of time before there's a real squeeze on the price, and it really starts to go up a lot because everyone will want those Voyager loyalty program benefits.
Right, and yeah, the other thing is the token itself is supposed to, well, I guess once the programs kind of come into fruition, are going to be run by the community, or pretty much have a say so by the community.
Yeah, that's a portion of the program I don't quite know enough about yet, but I've heard that thrown around.
Flash, are you thinking that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know, because like I think I think Steve's gonna give you some sort of he's always very forward as to what his vision and what he wants, or the Voyager team kind of like, you know, what he thinks is gonna or should happen. And I think he's gonna give guidance to the community, and that guidance is gonna pay off in the long run. Which you don't really see that happening with other tokens or cryptocurrency. And I think that that's why I'm okay with that, because I feel like if Voyager needs to come out and say, hey, this is something that I think we should do, or this is something that the community should do, they're going to look at the best interest for Voyager and for their stockholders and their token holders.
Okay. Now, is the token really only for the loyalty program, or does the token have to do something with executing any transactions on the platform, or?
No, it's purely I forget what they call it, a loyalty. There's a word for it on this thing, but yeah, it's purely related to Voyager, the platform, and the benefits you can get there. Besides
Interesting.
the 7% interest that it generates, that will apply to everyone who holds VGX, regardless
Okay,
of whether or not you use Voyager.
I forgot about that. Do you have to hit the 500 limit for that 7%?
Not once the Voyager loyalty program launches. So everybody
Okay.
who holds any number of VGX will get that 7% per year,
Okay.
which is a start to benefits for people who are trying to reach that 500 VGX tier. I personally don't think it's enough to truly entice people who are more on the fence about starting to accumulate Voyager token and using the Voyager platform more. But I think it's a good start because that's a little higher than some other popular coins such as ADA or, well, depending on the platform you use, things like Bitcoin or Litecoin or stuff like that.
The amount they pay out on that percentage-wise?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because only a few coins on their platform beat 7%.
Right. And there's coins that are not on the Voyager platform that do better than 7% as well. But I think Voyager has a good chance of keeping and growing in value over time, which should make it even more enticing that it has that 7% interest rate. APY.
And the loyalty program will also include a bonus of 30 to 40 VGX for each user you referred, and they get an account approved on top of the $25 of Bitcoin that you already get. So that's about like $55 right there, and that's a pretty good chunk of money for referring a friend.
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
Just looking it up right now. I was bringing up the loyalty program. Figure we might as well have it.
I thought it was just $30 of $30, not 30 VGX. That's
In
pretty
VGX
good.
for each new user they refer.
Oh,
yeah.
$30 in VGX or 30 VGX?
Yeah, $30 in VGX.
Oh,
30,
okay.
yep.
That makes more sense.
Yep.
Okay.